can get there. And we are live. I just want to make sure your activity, everything's good. And we should be good now, I think. We are officially live on the evening session of Lord of the Rings Online. Day 64 of 365. This is me, got with my new photokel getup because I was doing a bit of this after the stream earlier today. Just finishing up photokel. So that was fun. Got that done. And I now finally have fast travel to Surya Kala. And I have guide to Surya Kala as well. So I can go back there whenever I need. There we go. Right there. Surya Kala. Boop, boop, and world. There we go. And what do we want to do here? We want to... Are. Who's Are? Kuruleri in the northern reaches of the western glacier. Where's that? Oh, all the way over there. Can I do fast travel from here to Kuruleri? I don't know if I can. I might be able to. Let's see. Only one way to find out. Let's see here. We'll find out in a second. And then we're going to head over to Rivendell. Because we did finish book 15 earlier today. Oh, that's a nice horse. It's perfect for this weather.
You are a stranger to the Lumiveki.
I do have it. Swift travel. There we go. Very nice. I'm gonna go all the way there. I do have my tortoise in, as you can see. So I don't gain too much XP. Ooh, perfect. Where's my mouse? That was annoying. I'm gonna switch it out for my actual item. Where is it? There we go. Oh, this guy's dressed up like me. Hey, buddy. That's funny. Xanax.
I am pleased to be made known to you.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna end the quest here because I don't care for it. Here we go. Volume 2, Forward and Unlikely Fellowship. We're gonna go to Elrond. We're gonna talk to him. First things first, though, we're gonna change. Neresloth. So everyone just blocks that rain guy. I don't know what his issue is, but he's kind of like super toxic. It's weird. I have to block him as well. He just can't handle that level of trolling. Like, this is not a... It's kind of... I don't know, he just comes on here to trigger people. It's sad. Alright, let's go. Let's go talk to Elrond, and it's going to be the Fellowship departing Rivendell today. This is one of my favorite quests in the game. Because you get to see them off and it's pretty nice. Forward, the unlikely fellowship.
Dark days are coming.
Welcome as always to LOTRO, sir, and dear, I am pleased to see you well. A small company will soon be setting forth on a mission of great secrecy to combat this growing dark. I am loath to speak in detail of their errand, but know that it will do great hurt to the enemies of this age if they succeed. Among this company is a dwarf named Gimli and an elf of Mirkwood named Legolas. He is a prince of that folk. They must work together if their errand is to succeed, but for some time elves and dwarves have been reticent to do so. I would have you aid them with their preparations. By your example, I hope they will set aside their differences. Look for them in one of the guest rooms along the road that winds up the southern slope of the Vale of Imladris. Very well. Here we go. I don't know what that was. What? Did that last? Huh? It's just them trying to... Did you have a stroke? Oh god. Type slower, friend. It's too much stuff there. Sometimes I love reading world chat because even though I have what's his face, Ray or Rain or something blocked, he does cause some havoc in world chat. Guest rooms, December 24th.
Mind my words, traveler.
You have the ear of Elrond, sir, and this is trust, and that means we will have mine as well. Following the council at which the great threat was exposed, I may have upset some of our fellow elves, Galder of the Havens and Aristor of this house. I would not have them nurse resentment of my words over long. If you bring them word of my regret, perhaps they will forgive my brashness. The errand of the company is urgent, but I was wrong to speak so harshly of its opposition. Speak with Aristor at the haven of Orledian, northwest of the house of Elrond. Ask Aristor if he knows where Galdor may be found, for he too deserves my apology. Oh, not this guy. I'm gonna mute him too.
Come and stay a moment.
Greetings to you, sure, dear. Rivendell must seem like home to you, but for a dwarf it's not quite so hospitable. I'm ready to put an end to all this waiting. Give me goblin skulls to cleave. If you're of mine too, why not bring this message to my father at his camp in the mountains? Ask him what he thinks of the likelihood that Gandalf might let us come to the halls of Balin in Khazad-dûm. In Khazad-dûm? It could be that Balin found Throrog's ring somewhere in Moria. Now, would that not be something? One of the dwarf rings could be a real boon to our cause against the enemy, wouldn't you say? My father, Gloin's camp, is north of Rivendell in the Misty Mountains. Alright, let's go do that. So first, we'll go talk to Glowing, because I know we can get to the Misty Mountains pretty quick here. And then we'll talk to Edister. I don't know what's going on in World Chat, but something's going on. People are drinking together while picking flowers. I remember doing this quest back in the day to start start my journey into Eregion. And it was such a good transition from book 1 to book 2.
What do you need?
Oh, you're not glowing. Glowing's up here.
No dawdling.
My son is not as attentive as he believes himself to be, sir, dear. If he thinks Balin may have found the Ring of Thor within Khazad-dûm, Gandalf told us the fate of Thor's ring while at the council. My son and I are dwarves, sir, dear, and we understand the call of stone and gems. In all of my people there lies a slumbering desire to see the halls of Khazad-dûm alive and shining once again. It could be that Balin, son of Fundin, works there now, restoring the splendor of its ancient cities, but I do not know if that is a vain hope. There has been no word from Moria in many long years. I cannot tell my son the mind of Gandalf. You should speak with the wizard yourself if you wish to know his plans. I believe he is in Bilbo's room on the ground floor of the House of Elrond. Speak with him to hear of Moria, for I will not speak of it more.
Why are you still this? Oh.
No dawdling.
Bilbo has you researching Goblin Town. We had a terrible time there. I was sure the Great Goblin was going to make an end of us, but then Gandalf came along and saved the day. The fire went out, and all we could see was a towering column of smoke and sparks and glamdering, flashing blue in the dark. The Great Goblin fell dead, and his folk went all wild. We all might not have escaped that place if it hadn't been daylight outside.
Alright, so that's Glowing's account of Goblin Town. Let's head back to Edister. Actually, I want to look at the map to see where he is. Okay, Edister is over here. Huh, so then I'll just do this. Guide to Rivendell. That'll be faster. I'll be between the two that I need to be. Boom. Edister, I think, is going to be... okay. I have a good idea of where he is now. I could go over this way and then cross over that way. That works too. Lafren, Archer, ally of Lafren. I think he's up there. I can't go. I thought I could go up there from here, but there's no way up. I thought there was somebody laying on the ground, but it was just a broken branch. Alright, we'll go this way. This is the only way to go now. Oh, almost fell. So this way. And over there. I see. Is he one of the people that... No, up that way. I was thinking, I was like, that's the auction house. There's no way he's there. Is he up at the top there? Yeah, he's up there, right? How do I get up there? I think the auction house area is the way to go up there. Let's see. Does not... Oh, yeah. Yep. No, I can't. I think I have to go all the way around. That's annoying. Such a weird spot to be hiding in. Legolas, why do you have to pick such weird people to talk to, bro? Okay, how do I get up there? Wait. Is there a path right there? I think there is. Sir, dear, Legolas has nothing for which to apologize. His words were no more strident than my own or Galdor's. These are difficult times, and friends should not be afraid to voice their concerns with friends. I asked of him this: if the instrument of our grief is unmade, as seems to be the course we must take, what will become of the majesty of the elves? What victory is there in that? Legolas did not waver in his reply, and I forgave him for the heat of it. Even Elrond, wisest of the Loremasters, did not know what will happen. Does not know what will happen if the errand of the company is successful. But it must be undertaken, that much is clear to me now, though the sight of it came sooner to Legolas. Galdor of the Havens, he is at the stables in the northwest corner of the valley. Alright, let's go talk to Galdor. Oops. I think I'm going the wrong way. Nope, this is the right way. And I think I can cut through. The good thing is I can head to the last homely house from here directly, which is nice. Hello, Galdor. Sir, dear, you have come here for nothing, for I have already forgiven Legolas. The fire of his argument, it is clear to me after some reflection that all other courses we might take were not a real solution, for the instrument of dread has a way of making itself known again, though you send it over the sea or to any place thought secure. No, I have forgiven Legolas many times over for his frustration. Indeed, I would give him this white knife as a sign of my forgiveness. Bring it to him. With my good wishes, Sir and dear, and may it accompany him to victory at his journey's end. Collected the white knife.
What do you need?
Rivendell. There it is. Hey Frontward, how's it going? Oh yes, tomorrow is I think when you're getting the nails removed, right? Or was that today? I remember you saying it was in the next few days. Is it today that you had it done, or? Okay, nice. Yeah, no worries. Appreciate you dropping by as always. And yes, get some rest, please. Definitely want to heal up as soon as possible after that. And be ready for that. Okay, so it is tomorrow. Nice. Yeah. So get some rest. Get ready for that. And I appreciate you dropping by. I mean, don't feel obligated to do so. I appreciate it. But I know real life takes over. Oh, that's a little gift. Let's see. Is it hydrate? I had a feeling. I was thinking, I'm like, he's gonna make me drink it. Yeah, okay, cool. Nice, thank you. Appreciate it. Took a sip. I am well hydrated, sir. Have a good night and get some rest. And good luck tomorrow with the removal. And I'll see you in a few days, or even tomorrow, if you're up for it. All right, have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you as always.
Oh, good day.
All right. So you were able to find Dwalin and Gloin? Oh, that's good. And Dwalin was impressed by my reappearance after escaping Goblin Town? Well, it never would have happened if I hadn't fallen into that dreaded Golem's cave and found my way out. That's so on brand. It's a pity that Golem creature escaped the Elf King's people.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
I would hate to ask this of you, Serendir, but there is another place I would like you to go. The way is quite dangerous, and I simply am not sure whether I should indeed ask it of you. But it is a very important place. It is really where the whole mess began. Deep within Goblin Town, there's a cave. I mentioned it before, I'm sure. A wretched creature called Golem once lived there. Gandalf says he is related to the hobbits, but I just cannot imagine it. At any rate, I would like you to find that cave. Give me proper directions, as I stumbled into it quite by accident during my adventure with Thorin and company. But perhaps you should speak with Gandalf the Grey and my nephew Frodo. They might have some reservations about anyone going there. I have already gone there, my friend, and it is a dangerous place to be. But I'm gonna decline it for now. I'm gonna keep this quest here. Actually, it won't.
Have some tea.
It won't be a ring much longer, so I will accept it. Everyone's preparing to go somewhere. And where's Gandalf? Gandalf is in Bilbo's room, right? Yes, with the other hobbits. There he is.
Why do you disturb me?
Bilbo wants to go where? While Gollum no longer dwells within that cavern, it is by no means safe. You will have to pass through the ranks of goblins in Goblin Town. What did he tell you of his encounter with Gollum? Nothing. That is good, for it entails knowledge which you need not be made aware of. I cannot hinder you if you believe yourself up to the task, but I warn against it.
Is there something I can do for you?
Uncle Bilbo is a dear old hobbit, and he remembers his adventures fondly, but I do not think he even now understands exactly how terrible this whole thing is. Gollum is loose. He's searching for... Well, he's searching for something he once possessed. If you go to that place, hope he is not returned there himself.
Why do you disturb me?
Many troubles could be avoided and much time saved as certain parties paid more attention to the things that were said to them. If Gimli, son of Glóin, was not interested in listening to the tales told at the council, he should have given his seat to someone else. His father is correct. Balin could not have found in Moria the Ring of Thror, last of the dwarf rings forged of old. For though it was given from Thror to his son Thrain, it was taken from Thrain in captivity. As for Balin himself, the lack of news from Moria is troubling, but I will not muse endlessly on his fate. Return to Gimli and tell him that the errand of the company must be first in his thoughts. There is no room for other concern.
Alright. Talk to Bilbo Baggins and talk to Gimli and bring the white knife to Legolas. So I gotta go talk to those two. Hey Morocco, how's it going? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Well then, you've returned, and that means you've spoken to my nephew and my friend Gandalf. They aren't keen on you going to Gollum's cave? Well, I suppose I can't blame them, but I simply must know what has become of that place and how to find it again.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Just doing the forward to the Volume 2 quest lines. I've already got my legendary items, which I got a while ago, but now we're going to be heading into Moria properly by saying goodbye to the Fellowship here in Rivendell before we head out. Gollum and his cave are very important to my book, and so I simply must be sure of the details. I don't suppose you could find the old villain, could you? No, that would be quite out of the question, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm not sure how I managed to fall into one of the deepest caverns in Goblin Town, but if you could find it, make sure my recollections have not failed me. I would greatly appreciate it. There was a big lake in that cavern, that much I remember clearly. I know Gandalf and Frodo don't approve, but it would bring me some joy and Old Hobbit if you could manage that for me. Sure, I can try. Oh wow. Yeah, so it's been about a month and a bit now. And still going strong. Today, did stream earlier today as well. And as you can see, we made quite a bit of progress at level 53 now. And at that point, I think I just started my hunter too. Like it was close to just me starting my hunter because I was streaming other stuff during that time. And Lord of the Rings was only like on Wednesdays initially. So I think that might have been like the third or fourth time that I was playing LOTRO on stream, if I'm not mistaken. Oh shoot, I should wanna hide this. No, what was the announcement? I haven't been following it too much recently. The main reason being I'm waiting for all the lawsuits and stuff to drop. And that's when I'll take a look again. That's what I was thinking at least, but what did they announce? I heard there's been like countersuits and suits. That's all I've seen so far, but I'm planning on reading through them eventually. Just waiting for everything to come out first. Because there's no point in like reading the filings until the actual information comes out, because the filings just contain like he said, she said type of thing. It's all hearsay until we know exactly what happened. Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna see if I can find this. Now I'm interested to see what he said. Let's see. Must be posted on. Okay, there we go. His last words. Over the past month, many of you noticed that I have been largely silent for a community and team that I spoke with almost daily during development. I know that silence has been unusual and difficult. It was not because I had nothing to say, quite the contrary. From the moment the situation began to unfold, I made the decision as a place to defend my team, the company, and the community built together would not be on Reddit threads, YouTube videos, or social media speculation. It would be in court where the facts matter and where evidence would determine the outcome. Last month, I filed a lawsuit in federal court in San Diego on behalf of Intrepid Studios' as shareholders against Intrepid's board of directors, led by Chair Rob Dawson, and their affiliated entity TFE Games Holdings LLC. I brought claims for breaches of fiduciary duty, violations of federal and state trade secret laws, and wrongful efforts to seize company assets, including its valuable IP, through an unlawful and manufactured insider foreclosure. My lawsuit is a result of Rob Dawson and his agents trying to dismantle the company I founded and built alongside our community. Repurpose Ashes of Creation as a vehicle for their own enrichment and shift responsibility for Intrepid's collapse onto me through an orchestrated public campaign. So he's basically reiterating what he said in the suit. For more than a decade, I poured all my resources, including millions of dollars, my health, and my sole focus in creating Intrepid and Ashes of Creation. Despite this, I resigned from Intrepid on January 19, 2026 because I was unable to fight the wrongful decisions of the board, especially their plans to summarily fire the employees without their legal entitled pay, and leaving them their families without benefits or health. Let's see. Insurance and with little to no notice. Now I've been fighting on behalf of our community and team to protect Ashes from these bad actors who gained control of the board, went rogue, and abandoned both the company's mission and their obligations in pursuit of their own interests. Yesterday we had our first legal victory with the federal judge in San Diego. Intrepid is based, issuing a temporary restraining order against Dawson and Associates, as the court wrote in the order. Robert, blah blah blah. Many agents are enjoined from accessing, using, selling. I mean, I called this when I read this. I was like, they're definitely gonna, that remedy is gonna be fulfilled no matter what. Like, because it makes sense to, injunctions are fine and everything, but basically they're not allowed to use the assets yet. They can't sell Intrepid Studios IP or anything like that. A temporary restraining order. I'll come back to this later because the judge's comments are very interesting. Let's start with how this all began. It's long, but it's important. You have the facts versus the lies and misinformation that has been spread about me and Intrepid. As alleged in the complaint, from 2024 onward, the board deliberately restricted the company's access to operating capital in order to purportedly justify a foreclosure. Foreclosure was designed to shut down Intrepid and transfer Ashes Creation to a new entity, TFE Games Holding, affiliated with blah blah blah. The board did this to enable Dawson and other board members to control and sell the project for their own benefit while cutting out Intrepid's long-term shareholders. Lenders, okay, cool. The board was also tried to divert revenues owned by Intrepid into a new entity while disregarding clear creditor rights. I alerted the primary lender of this wrongful plan, prevented bank fraud. Let me be clear, I have received none of these revenues despite lies stating otherwise. The board was also behind the termination of all Intrepid employees without the protection they owed. They were owed, including pay and benefits. I strongly objected to and opposed these decisions along with other senior leadership at the studio. So other senior leadership at the studio knew. Interesting. That's kind of I thought nobody else knew. On January 19, 2026, I resigned from the board when it became clear that I could no longer prevent the core board from its chosen action. I am now fighting to protect Ashes Creation from a board that abandoned the company's mission and acted against the interests of its employees, investors, and community. Okay, so he's saying that the assets of Ashes of Creation are also frozen. because the judge said that TFE acquired the trade secret materials through an unlawful Article 9 foreclosure. Plaintiff has shown misappropriation through wrongful acquisition. But the damage has been severe. A company that has spent more than a decade building a game was abruptly shut down. The impact on the people who dedicated their careers to the project on the players who supported it cannot be overstated. The court further explained in this order has caused major damage to Intrepid because it has been stripped of its primary assets that make up this main project. I am now fully committed to holding the individuals responsible for this tragedy accountable and to prevent any further harm to the company or its assets and to making the team and the players whole. What was done to our community and the team was poured blood and sweat, tears into was unconscionable, arrogant, and something else that has been difficult for many of us to watch over the past month. You have to ensure that comes with the blah 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 blah. Okay, la la la. Okay. So I read oh no worries. I read most of it now. So basically he's saying that these victories that they've had in court are great because that's showing that, you know, he was in the right. But I'm curious to see what happens when there's discovery regarding the claims made by the defendants in this case, which are that he misappropriated funds, that he was, you know, using company funds and doing things that were not above board. So once that comes out, we'll see what the judges decide at the end. But for now, these victories, I mean, I expected them to freeze all this stuff. Like, this is normal. This is nothing like it's a win because he's in the right. It's just what would happen, you know? There's no way a judge is going to be like, yeah, we'll let them do whatever they want with all this while we figure out what actually happened. Or they're not going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to let them use the company funds while we try to figure out what happened, you know? So they're going to freeze all the assets. They're going to make sure that they provide the injunctive relief in the meantime while they figure out what's going on. And once they figure it out, they'll decide who's in the wrong and who's in the right based off of what happened. So even though he's holding these out as victories and like showing that he was in the right, doesn't necessarily mean that he's in the right. That's all I'll say regarding that for now. But I mean, clearly his lawyers drafted this up for him. There's no way he drafted this himself. And the fact that he said that other executives knew, that's surprising because wasn't it like nobody else knew about any of this? It was just him. I mean, there's definitely hope. Like, so it basically comes down to who's telling the truth, right? If he's telling the truth, then there's definitely hope. If the other guys are telling the truth, then I mean, the way they shut down the company is wrong, but the only thing I can see is them not being allowed to like scuttle it in the way that they did, or they might just have to pay the employees their salaries and like benefits for the time that they, you know, lost, like how normally you would need to do it. Like the WARN Act notice was not properly implemented, clearly. So that would be something that they would have to rectify, but I don't know if that would bring the game back per se. Because this fight is not about the game itself. It's about them alleging, or them basically shutting down the studio and saying that it's because of Steven's mismanagement that this happened. And what he's saying is they always wanted to shut it down and just take profit and run off. So whoever wins will get like they'll be tried to be made whole. So there'll be things like pecuniary damages, I think they're called, and other damages that might result in there being. So let's say Sharif wins, right? Then he should be bringing it back because he clearly wants the game to be brought back, right? I mean, his reputation's on the line. But if the board wins, then I don't see the game coming back. They'll probably sell it off for parts. So if Sharif didn't do any of that stuff, then and he's in the right, then he'll probably win. If he did do that stuff and they're in the right, then they will win, but they'll have to make the employees whole at the very least, I would think. I think the court would want them to rectify the Warren Act part of it. So in that sense, it's like a small victory for Sharif saying I'm the good guy because he brought this suit forward. And that would help them out at least. So either way, I think the employees will be made whole. But in terms of the game coming back, I think it would have to be Sharif that's going to win. It's probably going to be like at least a year or two, I would say. Because both parties, I mean, okay, just looking at the types of people these people are, the board is going to try to, they're going to try to hide as much of the information that that makes them look guilty, and Sharif's going to try to hide as much of the information that makes him look guilty. Because they're all from the MLM world, so I wouldn't put it past them to like try to cheat their way through this. So yeah, like if you want the game back, I think Sharif has to win. Like it looks like he wants the game back. And I'm assuming that if that happens, they'll also have an influx of funding because I know, right? I mean, you could try LOTRO. It's a pretty good MMO and it's free to play. Try it out. It's fun. And if you like Lord of the Rings, there's a lot of lore involved as well. Like you're interacting with Legolas, Gimli, Aragorn, Boromir. You got them all. But I think the key lesson to take away from all this, honestly, is just like never to put in money for like paying like $140 or like over $100 for an alpha / beta only. I think that's the key. I learned this back in Star Citizen because I did buy a ship for Star Citizen back in the day. I think it was like 125 USD. Way back in the day when it first came out. And then, came out is a strong word. Or a strong statement. When it first launched. Wait, that's again, it didn't launch, but you know what I mean. And I did get some playtime out of it, but I haven't really touched the game. It's like it was a sunk cost, and I'm like, yeah, this is never gonna pan out really. The only time I'll really probably go back to Star Citizen is if they launch Squadron 42. And what is OSRS? Don't know what OSRS is. Alright, old school RuneScape, yes. I think a lot of people went back to old school RuneScape because I think a lot of the player base for Ashes was from like those old school MMOs, right? One of my friends also showed me like this project that's WoW based, but it's like classic WoW. And it's just some guy that's made it. I forget what it's called though. It's just basically WoW. And it's free. And it's classic WoW. I forget what it's called. But I never got into WoW, so I never got it. I never played that. I'm still playing LOTRO. WoW Classic, yeah.
What do you need?
Thank you, Surrender. You bring me great happiness with the news that Galdor and Erster have not borne me any resentment, and I will bear this knife in honor of their friendship. Alright. Gandalf has that to say, Surrender. I am not supposed to be blamed if the mind wanders during such a long discussion. You're an elf and not like me. I am a dwarf of action, given to fighting and caressing, not idle chatter. Thank you for your aid. It is to be hoped that Balin's work in Moria prospers and that Khazad-dûm will shine again. Perhaps if the errand of the company succeeds, I will go there someday and lend my strong arm to the effort. I am sure Balin will appreciate all my help. And I appreciate your help today. You seem like a good sort. Or an elf. Alright, now what? Do I need to go talk to Elrond? Yeah. I never really got into it. Like, one of my friends wanted me to play, so I played. I got to the part where you were like killing boars in the opening area, and I was just like, ugh, yeah, I'm done. And he was like, dude, just give it a chance. I was like, no, I can't play this. I was already playing LOTRO at that point. And I felt more in line with LOTRO because I knew the story. I knew the lore. So I liked it more. And tomorrow is going to be, because I'm off tomorrow as well, I'm going to be working on my first LOTRO video where we travel to a spot in Middle-earth and discuss the lore of Middle-earth in-game. And it'll be on YouTube. I'm hoping that that drives traffic to the point where more people are made aware of Lord of the Rings Online, because not many people know about this game. Surprisingly. Because I think there's a lot of people who love Lord of the Rings that don't even know this game exists. Oh no. What else happened? Other than Ashes, like what else caused it though? Like I don't feel like there was anything else. I guess there have been a lot of MMOs that like the Lord of the Rings MMO from Amazon Studios being cancelled. I feel like it would have been interesting, but it probably would have been too flashy, I think. Oh yeah, New World was... Yeah, that was sad. I really enjoyed New World. Like, some of my favorite time in New World... I'm pretty sure I have videos on the channel, too. Let me check. Because I remember just hanging out. Like, that was the thing. Just hanging out. And, search within the channel. Videos. Search in here. Doesn't let me search in there. I gotta do it on. Yeah, I played it a lot too. New World it's such a fun game. And the people, the community in there was awesome too. Like that was the best part. Gonna search my channel. Oh, did I close it? Shoot. 1 second. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna pull it up on Chrome. There we go. All right. I think. Where does this sound? There we go. They should have it now. Let's see. YouTube. I love I have my Ice Strike Invoker Path of Exile stuff here. Alright. Let's see. Hey, does Narc have videos? Oh, the channel's gone, right? Yeah. So let's go to my channel. I'm gonna search in here. New World. Okay, I know. Where is it? Hitting level 20. So I think this is what I'm talking about once they. This is it. There's no sound. Why is there no sound? Properties. There we go. Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome to...
Let's see. Come on. I remember going into that one town. Oh, what
I
the?
thought it was just,
I was like, I'm like, there's no way I recorded this in 144p. Yeah, when you come, it was broken? When did you come back to it? Come on, load. Come on. Yeah. I remember this bear. This guy was annoying. Everyone in the early zone, it was like so annoying to deal with this guy. Why is it so laggy? Is it because I'm streaming? Probably because I'm streaming. But yeah, I want to like, what's that Windward? I think it was called Windward, right? The first city area or like the first zone.
Three more corruption judges.
No, it wasn't here. I think it was here. Trying to see.
I need to get out of here. That's not good.
I think it was while I was crafting and stuff. People used to talk about some random stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. But that's...
Based on what seems apparent from studying the soil samples and the sludge, I found something. I found a way to fight against the corruption. A fulminate. Oh, not of mercury or gold, but of Azoth. Highly volatile.
And I love this, the fact that everything was like character acted.
The alchemical arts, you would know it better as a type of explosive. I have created a number of these devices, but they require...
Yeah, so this was like one of the live streams that I did. Ah, okay. It was a pretty fun game. I do kind of miss it. Like it was a fun.
What do you think you're doing?
And then just like the runs that you used to have to do for Fresh Start episode 2. This was like level 80, so like I had a character that was in level 80 too.
Welcome to the stream. We are doing portal runs. And in this episode, it's just getting to 60. What? Why is this guy retreating?
This was a lot of fun.
Oh, there's a guy over here too, isn't there? The side. Let's go.
Hey GOTWD, welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
So this is one of the fastest ways to level in-game post about 45, 40 even, I guess. Is to do these portal runs.
The fun.
If you can get a large enough server point and basically do them very quickly.
Been typing a lot? What have you been typing?
3,000 XP there. Just for that. That's like a mission usually is about that much, so get XP pretty quick. It's good.
I just want to see the part where I go to Windward and then there's like random stuff happening. That was my favorite part of the game. I think Oh, what? Okay, I'm gonna stop this because let's actually get back to the game. Otherwise, I'm gonna go on a deep dive of like all my New World stuff. Lore of the Dwarves of Erluin for Minecraft. So you have a Minecraft Lord of the Rings server? Nice.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Thank you for helping Legolas and Gimli with their preparations, Surendya. They must learn to work together if the errand of their company is to end in success.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
So this is the mission where we'll wish them farewell. And definitely going to be using this because this is a nice one. Actually, it's not that great. I thought it was better than this. But, oh no worries. That was interesting. I didn't know Sharif posted that. Or Stephen Sharif posted that. It was an interesting read. I feel like it's just him doing a victory lap for something that was like going to happen no matter what, I think. Is the injunctive relief and then just the freezing of the assets, which makes sense. I mean, there's a lawsuit, there's conflicting information on who did what and who's in the wrong and who's in the right. So they need to sort that out before they do anything else. And it's a bankruptcy proceeding in that respect, right? So how is Geo? How is the Minecraft LOTRO or Lord of the Rings server? With respect to like how big LOTRO is, what areas does it already have in there? So you've got the Darklands and the Sunlands. So like the Moria dwarves would be, or like Khazad-dûm and stuff would be Darklands, and the Sunlands would be what? I guess Erebor, the Lonely Mountain, etc. Or am I wrong? Because Erebor is part of the Eredluin region, no? Actually, no. Erebor would be like way over here. It would be past the past Mirkwood. So yeah, there it is. So who would be the Sunland dwarves? Like Thorin and stuff? And Eredluin, it doesn't really. Okay, so that's what's confusing me. Like, what would be the Darkland dwarfs there? I know in LOTRO we have the Longbeards and the Dour Hands. So are the Dour Hands the Darkland dwarves? The Longbeards, as they call them, the Sunland dwarves? And you said you're adding the continents of Darkland and Sunland. I don't even know where they would fall on the map of like all of Middle Earth is just like one area of the grander area, but where would that even fall? I'm curious because I do not know the lore of the dwarfs that well at all. So far in Lord of the Rings Online, though, I don't think we have Linden. We've got everything from Eriluin down to like basically all of this area is done. And then Umbar, a little bit of that is done too. We don't have the Forod with, but we do have Foroshell and everything. And a bit like the Misty Mountains here. One sec, I'm just gonna quickly turn off the heat and then I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's go. Let's do this quest.
Dark days are coming.
Not that. The Fellowship
Hope is
works.
not in vain.
So there's 4 continents of Arda. Middle Earth is everything you saw in The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Yep. Darklands is far in the southeast of Middle Earth. Sunlands is east of the continent of Darklands. And Middle Earth, okay. Then there's the continent called Valinor, yep, and the West, okay. So, so the Undying Lands are in Valinor, and then you've got Middle Earth. Okay, so let's see. If we were to look at the map here, the Darklands would be far in the southeast of Middle Earth, so like starting down here, east of Umbar and Hardwaith. So like it would be connected down here somewhere. So it'd kind of be like Africa / Middle East area. And then this is like Europe / a little bit of Middle East. And then there's the Sunlands. Is east. Okay, so Sunlands would be like Asia all the way over here. And then Valinor would be like North and South America over here. Which is basic. So would you say that Arda is pretty similar to how our globe is shaped? Or would you say, based off of the readings and stuff, it's not really that similar? Because I feel like this is like kind of like the Alps, right? The Misty Mountains. That's like the only defining feature that I can think of that looks pretty similar to Europe. And then the shape of Middle Earth kind of looks like Europe a little bit. I'm just trying to put it in terms of like what will help my brain comprehend it. It always helps to look at something similar to what you know. And a question regarding that actually. So like, do the Sunlands, the Darklands, and Valinor then have other races as well? Like I know Valinor is supposed to be the Undying Lands, right? So it's got the elves, and obviously we saw some hobbits go over there as well, in the shape of like Bilbo and Frodo. Oh, it's Oceania. Okay. So it's like, okay, interesting. Valinor is North, South America, Middle Earth, Europe, and Africa. Oh, and Africa, okay. Darklands is Asia and Oceania. Sunlands would be where Hawaii is. Oh, okay, so Sunlands is like to the west of, and then technically to the east of Middle Earth. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. So each of these continents then, because I'm not too familiar with like the whole concept of Arda. I know of Arda, but I didn't know how it was like positioned in terms of the continents and everything. So, in terms of each of these continents and each of these areas, are they also populated by all 4 races? Would they have their own version of hobbits as well? Or are hobbits only in Middle Earth, for example? Because if they have dwarves, I would assume, I mean, we know they have elves in. Oh, right, it's like a disc, right? It's like a it's like a disc, if I remember right. I think I've seen it depicted before. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to look up. So, okay, I'm going to pull this up. This is very interesting to me, actually. I'm going to pull this up right now. Let's do it. Let's talk about Arda. Okay, let's not look at the... So this isn't... this... Okay, they kind of put it like a globe, but it's not a globe, right? This would... So is it just at the edge of the disc is Valinor? Is this what this is implying? What is this? Why do I have TV Guide up here? Let's look at images. Yeah, this is the image that I've always seen. This is what I thought it was supposed to look like. Like it's just a disc with like a land up top, and then it's just the edge of the world, basically. Oh, this was actually a drawing that he did for it. Interesting. Morning, night. How are you doing today? We are currently looking at Arda, because Gio was talking about how he's or they have been doing the lore for their Minecraft server for the dwarves of the Sunlands and the Darklands. So I was like, okay, now is a good time to learn from someone who knows a lot about it. So I'm diving in. So let's do this. Okay, so this is another depiction of it. So this is, okay, this is a good map. I wish I could see it. Open image, new tab. Can I zoom in? Oh, I wish it was bigger. So that's Valinor. That's Middle Earth, Balerion. Okay, and then it goes, it all combines together. Oh, nice. What's this Darklands? So that's the Darklands continent. And there's the walls of the sun. So this is a Sunlands. It's a huge continent. Wow. Okay. And then Valinor's here. And then you got Middle Earth. Interesting. I wish there was a better map of this, honestly. Is this a better version? No, this is like kind of superimposed on a globe. This is the official map. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like. And then there's seas beyond. What are these seas? Ah, okay. So, okay, so this is the official map by Tolkien, right? So does this imply, because drew it as a circle, it almost seems like it is a globe, no? Or did he specifically say that it ends there? And then what is this extra thing around the sides? What is that? I can't read what he wrote. Let's see what this person said. You can also see the maps that shape the world. In your maps, there are some official names, including some of these were inventions of Michael Martinez. Okay, so there's what? Newman, Ilman, Vea, Kuma, Awakuma. I don't understand. The Western Sea, Belaguer, Lost Lands, Northern Wastes, Heart of the Waste. I don't know how this falls into it all, but I want to see. Land of the Sun, Dark Land, Valinor. I just want to know what's on the outside. What is this? What's on the outside? The encircling sea. So there's a sea on the outside of the world? And there's a disc sitting within that sea? Okay, so the Darklands, and then... So it is a globe, right? Or is this just the third age? This is the third age, I guess. Because we don't have Numenor here anymore. So the seas have expanded and some of these areas are gone. So this is the third age, I guess. This is the second age with Numenor still there. And then this is the first age. So some of the walls of the sun are gone and some of the Undying Lands are gone. Am I reading that right? Arda in the first age, second age, third age. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I was reading it right. It's at the very top. I'm foolish. So a lot changed during the first, second, and third ages. The encircling sea. So it's not a globe, it's a disc, but then how do we have an encircling sea if that's the case? I don't understand. Unless that's just referring to just a larger body of water. And this is how... I don't know. It's just confusing in that respect. I'm sure it explains it here. Let's see. Arda was created through the music of Ainur to be a dwelling place for the children of Iluvatar. Originally a flat world, the continents shown on the map of Arda were surrounded by a mighty ocean, Ikaya, or the encircling sea, and separated by Beligare, called the Great Sea, in the First Age. So it's a flat plain with the outer sea. So then, okay. Why was it a perfect disc shaped is what I don't understand. And why does this continent just end there is the other aspect of what I don't understand. I wish he'd drawn it a little better. This like hard cut of the continent kind of throws me off. So these maps aren't really compatible with the Lord of the Rings because of the things like some areas that exist then that yeah, so some continents small northern continent would need to be much larger to the lands that he later devised. So I guess he expanded this area and shrank this area. I don't know, but yeah, that's interesting. There's so much to look at it when it comes to like Arda even. Yeah, the hard stop of the continents really throws me off. That just messes with my head a bit because I feel like, you know, no structure just, you know, of land just stops. Maybe it's just an easier way to draw it, but this is probably a better depiction of it. It's not like a hard stop, it's just along the curve. But even then, that's like a Walls of the Sun, Valinor. And then you have the outer sea. Yeah, that throws me off. Oh, my brain is hurting. Alright, let's dive in and say goodbye to the Fellowship.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
The time has come for the company to depart on their errand of secrecy, Serendia. As you have been of some assistance with the preparations, you may join the members of my household as we see them on their way. Tell me when you are ready to wish them well. Let's do it.
The household of Elrond Half-Elven gather to bid farewell to 9 brave adventurers entrusted with a secret task which could mean the salvation or doom of Middle-earth. I, Gandalf the Grey, must lead them along dark roads.
All right. Everything seems to be ready, Serendia, and we're about to leave. Hopefully I will see you again once this is all done with. Take care of yourself, Frodo. Adventuring is a dangerous business. It is, but look at all the help I have here. You're right, Frodo. You can't go wrong with a took and a brandybuck. And a Gamgee. Solid hobbits all around. Aw, that's cute. Now to talk to Aragorn. Keep an eye upon these lands while we are away, my friend.
Our errand is a dangerous one, but there will be danger behind us too. And my footsteps will be easier if I know that Surandir remains behind to protect against them. My own journey will carry me far from here. Anduriel will go to Minas Tirith, but my road follows that of the company for many reasons. Oh, there's Bill. Bill the pony, everyone. Yeah. Sam. Samwise, you dunderhead. You've gone and forgotten to bring a bit of rope with you. I knew there was something you'd forgot. Bill here will have much to carry as it is, and I've lightened his load as much as I can. You're in for it now, same as we are, Bill. Got to look after each other, we do. Uh-oh, I'm lagging. Uh-oh, well, there we go. That was weird. This is it, Surandir. Wish us luck, and we're sure to come through all right. Leastways, we'll make sure to lend Frodo all the help we can, and do whatever Gandalf needs us to do. We'll see you when we get back. That's a promise. Come on, Pip. It's almost time to go. I'm ready. I was just saving my energy, Mary. So begins a new journey. Let us go forth boldly, I say, rather than skulking from shadow to shadow, and let the enemy quail at our coming. Are we ready at last to leave? I will be glad to put this waiting behind us. Always do I wind my horn at setting forth, let the enemy quake at its call. That was ill done, Boromir. The strength of the company's errand is in secrecy. Why should we creep in the darkness in fear? We are not thieves. Yet we must leave like thieves, Boromir, or risk detection. Come here, Surandir. The number of the company has been chosen, Surandir, and any more will threaten success of its mission. You have business remaining in Eriador, brave elf. Defend its people from the lengthening shadow. If the errand of this company fails, Eriador will have need of heroes before the final darkness. You have done your part, Surandir. This burden is ours to bear. The company is setting out on the quest of Mount Doom. I ask no oath or bond. If you save Frodo alone, you go with him as free companions. And you abandon Frodo will answer to my axe. A fool vows to walk any road when he knows not where it winds, Gimli. Such a vow might lead the fool courage to strengthen his heart, if strength it needed. Rely instead upon each other, and take what counsels you can. Go now, and with the blessing of all free folk, farewell. Come on, Bill. Farewell, sweet Imladris. You will stay always in my memory. Mary? What is it, Pippin? I'm hungry. Classic.
There they go. The Fellowship of the Ring. It is done, and they are beyond my aid. For all my wisdom, I cannot see the end of their road. May they come to it in safety and return to Rivendell in victory. And so the company departs. May the stars shine upon their road's end. Let us go back inside, Serindir. There is nothing more we can do for them. The company must now rely upon their own strength and wisdom. It's a bad place to choose to depart. The falls of Imladris are very loud. Do not weigh yourself with something. We had a major part in the war against Ingmar. Now we must turn our attention to the war against the Dark Lord. What did you say before that? I kind of missed it. Should I come back in? Yeah, I'm gonna come back in. You tell me what you said. I'll be back. Ugh. I want to see what he said. He said something about the company. So now it's like, it's gone. They've left. So there's no longer going to be like Bilbo's room December 24th anymore, I don't think. What is... What the... They just left. Or done the quest already. That shouldn't happen. Whatever. It is what it is. You've played a major part in the war against Angmar. Mr. Archer. Okay, so that's all he says.
Dark days are coming.
It is done, Serindir. All our hopes now rest upon the 9 members of the company, 9 walkers, to stand against the 9 riders of the enemy. May they come to no harm and return in safety. The task completed. There is nothing we can do for now for them. Must stand tall against the shadow and keep its attention focused upon us, far away from those who can do it the greatest harm. That is our task now, Serindir. Do you accept it? Yes. Yep. Good times. I was on Landraval as well before.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Truer words. LOTRO's community is by far the nicest. Most helpful. Okay, so now we've done the foreword. We need to do book 1. We need to head to Region now, because that's where Region. I think it was a Region, right? I heard him say it differently before. That's why I'm like kind of confused a little bit. So I'm gonna head in. So we just finished saying goodbye to the Fellowship. They have departed on their errand. Now we need to depart on ours and head to... What is this? Oh right, that thing. 257. These are to do more. I'm just gonna sell everything. Okay, I'm gonna keep this though. Yep, time for Moria. Let's do this. 20 fate. Resistance rating. Yeah, the Mark of the Fellowship is not as great as I would like it to be. So let's go. We're gonna head straight down to... Go to Gwingris here. Doesn't look like it, so I'll go to Rivendell Stables first. You're almost done, right, Knight? Like how you're almost about to head out into Lothlorien?
What can I do for you?
Katonen. That's where I need to go. Excuse me. Now we start with the long dark of Moria. Alright. Yeah, I think I need to go inside to get the next quest. Okay, nice. Where didn't we go? Oh wait, I missed it. Yeah. Definitely don't want to go into the water because the Watcher was gonna kill me, I think. This is the way I need to go. And there's Durin's door, and we're gonna go inside. My whole left side still aches from like trying to do a bicycle kick and like missing it badly. And it's been like almost a week. Not good. I might need to do physio at this rate. Which is the zone that you didn't end up doing, by the way? Here we go. And we are officially at Durin's threshold in Moria. Khazad-dûm, as the dwarves like to call it.
The
The dwarves will prevail.
There is so much work to be done, Serendia, here and elsewhere in the mines. This has been a great victory for the Iron Garrison, but this is only the beginning of our toils beneath the mountains. You must aid our people here at Doran's Threshold and at our other encampments if we are to have a victory in Khazad-dûm. When you have performed some of the tasks here in Doran's Threshold, you should seek for the Dolven View and for the Deep Descent. Speak to Bent Sharpeye at the Dolven View to the east of here, and to Thetmar at the Deep Descent among the Silvertine Lodes. They'll have ways for you to assist the Iron Garrison. First and foremost, yes please. Secondly,
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
not yet. Got a lot of deeds going. Oh, this brings back memories from the first time I got into the mines. Like when Mines of Moria first came out. I was just in awe. I was just like looking around being like, whoa, look at that. What's going on here? What are you fighting? Well, there you go. Happy? What's this guy doing? Where did he find that bug? And where did he bring it here from? It's a bed bug. That other animals I would still be in my delivery if not for them. Okay. So he was getting bit by a bed bug, it looks like.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
Welcome to Moria, Serendia. You join us at a momentous time. I am the master of the expedition. Groups here at Doran's Threshold. Other expedition groups have already moved further on into the depths of Khazad-dûm, hoping to find Balin's expedition of some years ago and to learn of their fate. My fellow dwarves are having a difficult time setting in. For a matter of reasons, if you could assist them, I would be most grateful. And I know he said a number of reasons. I just misread it and I had to keep going. Alright, sure, I'll help your dwarves out.
We will not retreat before anyone.
Oh there, friend. You don't see anything moving in my bed, do ya? My sleep has been quite disturbed of late by that feeling of something crawling across my skin. I refuse to lay beneath these blankets again until I am assured there's nothing alive within them. Take a look for me, sir and dear. I dare not touch the blankets. Okay, so I know that's where the bed bug came from now. By Duran's beard, what madness is this? What the? Oh. Okay, I'll do this then. Dude, look at your bed. You need to fix this. Burn it. What are you doing? What are you doing, Gambly? What are you doing? Shake head. There's got to be an emote for that. Let's see. Scold. Yes, scold. I should slap him actually. Like, what are you doing? Fix it. What are you doing? Fix your bed. That's gross, dude. Super gross.
Azog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
This is intolerable. Insects rustling around where I lay my head is quite unacceptable. It's not to be borne, I tell you. Where did those hideous little things come from? Hardly been here a day and already we're infested. I think now I shall need a thorough wash. And your sheets need to be burnt, sir. Burn them. So gross. Ugh. Disgusting. It's been a day. Tells me where you've been. Yeah.
Stay a moment.
Those poor...
Aid against the orcs of Moria.
Those poor dwarves. They met their doom before they could feast their eyes upon the splendor of Moria. Our victory over this gate is a bittersweet one for me. I would like to honor the fallen in Sorendir. Perhaps you can plant a banner at their graves so that we will remember their bravery and sacrifice.
Sure, I'll be back. It's a good thing.
The watcher at the gate was an ill omen, if you ask me.
Well, you made it inside, unlike some of us. You should be happy. 4,000 virtue experiences is a lot, actually. I'm looking forward to that. The graves are just over here. I guess I could have ridden. It's too late. I'm already halfway there. There's the banner stand. Let's put a banner up here. Yes. That actually works really well. I like the fact that we have a banner here. Return to Rathof. And here we go. I'm just thinking back to like my first videos on Lord of the Rings Online, and the mic quality, the audio, everything was way worse. It's so much better these days.
Orcs of Moria have much to account for.
That was a good deed, Sarandia. Thank you for honoring my stalwart friends. I hope they rest well in sight of the halls of their forefathers. You've shown a great kindness to my fallen friends. Alright. And I think I cannot ride that in here, so I will have to use my dusky mountain goat. So massive. The music's so amazing too. Durin's Threshold. The North Wing. Oh. Oh, thank you. It didn't tell me who followed though. What? Why didn't it tell me? I have to look it up before I can continue here. 1 second. I'm gonna go to my channel and find out. Community. It doesn't tell me who followed. What? Is it Macobble? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. I think that's who just followed. It just didn't tell me who it was, unfortunately. So that was annoying. I wish it had told me. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're enjoying it. Watch those crates, lads. You'd look a poor sort all piled under them. So much to do. We could have done 1,000. We could have 1,000 doors and still not have enough hands. The sooner the forges are rebuilt, the sooner we shall be able to drive the goblins forth. We must make ready the forges if we are to retake Khazad-dûm. See to the forges, my brothers. They are the life of Khazad-dûm.
At long last, we will drive the maggot folk from our halls!
Ah, hello, Sarandia. We are off to a rough start here, to be sure. But this is not an exciting time. Already we have excavated these most impressive forges. Would you like to help me set up shop? Be careful, the fires are hot. The dwarves of Moria knew what they were about when they built these. Okay. Setting up shop, what do I need to do? Collect dull blades. Where do I get those from? Names are on. Okay. North wing. Okay, I gotta go to the north wing. I'm in the south. Well, I'm in the north wing right now. Right here. 1 of 6. 2 of 6. 3 of 6. Are there any others? 4. 5. Oh no. Thought it was already done. Oh, there's the 6th one. And 6. Okay. Use the forge to restore the blades. Okay, do I need to do it every time? Can I just craft them all? Is this slow going? Yeah, this is kind of like... I feel like the intent there was to make it look like it was hard work. But it's just pointless for me to have to click this over and over again. Considering crafting, you can just do it one time and craft all. There we go.
We will reclaim Khazad-dûm for Dine Ironfoot.
Ah, that is fine work, good elf. I can tell this was forged in Moria. The improvement is remarkable already. I look forward to the work to be done here.
Alright, I gotta go back down. No, I think that's where I need to go, right? Yeah. Wait, that's the wrong way. So I'll fall off the edge and die probably. Alright, let's see. See what he says here.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Thank you for all you've done, Serindia. We are certainly off to a better start here now.
We have seen naught of Durin's bane. Beware if you journey into Moria.
You've done much for us, and now I'm sure you're eager to press on into the tunnels. Tubi Tuckfist. Thickfist is at the top of the great stair just yonder, and I believe some dwarves under his supervision have already begun to press forward. If you're interested in doing the same, Tubi might have information that would be helpful to your journey.
Alright, sounds good. Let's go talk to Tubi.
Dark things dwell now in Moria.
I'm glad someone with some skill as a warrior has come. I'm afraid this tunnel quite unnerves me, Serindir. Some dwarves have already gone forth under my supervision, but they have not yet returned.
If we drive the orcs from Khazad-dûm, will it be enough?
Many of our expedition have pressed forward, for better or worse, but 2 were supposed to return, and they have not. Will you seek out Dagfinn? He made for Shemeldurge many hours ago, and has not yet returned. You can find it by pressing east from here, then turning north at your first opportunity.
Many foul things dwell in the depths of the mountains. I fear the orcs will be the least of our troubles.
If you happen upon the Chamber of Deep Thought while you search for my friends, would you mind investigating it? Such a place may hold many relics that could be invaluable to the dwarves. If anything catches your eye, feel free to investigate. Right, so that's so he's up there, and that's where it is. Okay, cool. Yep. What's this? What is this noise? Hello? Glass spider, hey? You're an interesting specimen. Forgot they existed. So now I need to... over here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you in a sec. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna talk to you now.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
I have been seeing a great deal of movement among the goblin messengers at this camp. I do not like Snagama Tool's nearness to Durin's threshold, nor to the road to the Dolvenview. They are watching all of our movements and running communication hither and thither. I fear that many dwarves using the roads here will lose their lives to the unhindered flow of malicious information. I'm sure you wish to hasten eastward, but if you would do me this favor as you pass through the camp, I would appreciate it. Sure.
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
I am glad a greater warrior than I is here to do some damage to these menacing little fiends. Their camp here utterly threatens all travel from Durin's threshold to Dolvenview and beyond. All dwarves who come into Moria will pass this way, and we cannot have Snagamadul looming beneath the roadway. On your way through, Surindir, please thin out this malicious nest of goblins. Sure.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
It seems as though anyone who encounters the goblins and manages to escape finds their coin purses much lighter than they were previously. In fact, my own coin purse is a bit lighter now. I would appreciate if you could go in there and take back the goods that were stolen from the innocent travelers passing through here. Sure. Okay. I couldn't even see this guy. He like blended in. I should have got the ties here. Goes on. Luckily, I out-level these guys.
Okay. I'm gonna kill all these guys, even while they're sleeping. I don't care. They're goblins. Okay. What's going on with you? Why are you hiding? There we go. Where is he? There he is. Are you alright?
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Oh, hello there. Did you just fight your way through Snagabad? Oh, that's incredible. I'm here to offer assistance on the road to those who may be waylaid by the goblins. It is nervous work indeed.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Oh there, are you hurt? No, I can see that you are not. You seem to have hurt many goblins during your short stay in Snaga. Matul, and I'll take that, and thank you for that. I'm here to assist travelers who may be hindered.
Okay, sure. I get it. Help people who are hindered. Thank you. Need a 27. Critical defense, critical rating. I think I'll keep what I have. How do these look? Not very nice. How does this look? Not very nice, so I'll just finish.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Well, look here. I always suspected those goblins were thieves and worse. Thank you for bringing these back to the side of the dwarves. I'll make sure these can't find their way back to their owners.
We have little time to speak. Great events have been set in motion.
If you wish to go further into Moria, you'll want to follow the road towards the Dolmen View. Perhaps you will encounter more dwarves along the way, and they can help you get there. If you see any dwarves cut off from the rest throughout your travels, please endeavor to assist them. I fear this is a more dangerous place than we anticipated upon our arrival.
Still need to find that dwarf. There he is. What he's doing down there? Oh, I wonder. I can't fall down there because I'll die. But I can fall down here. Hello.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Oh, you startled me. I'm sorry. I just cannot stop hunting. There must be treasure in this room stowed away somewhere. My father gave me a map of this place passed down from the time when it long we had inhabited Moria, and there were notes of great promise in this hall. I meant only to come in and explore, but I cannot walk away when there's hope. Buried treasure, but help me look.
You dwarves are crazy. As Search piles of debris of any promising. Okay, sure. Sure. Nothing there. I'm just gonna put the names on for this. Nothing. 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 So much promising debris, but nothing seems to be. Well, this might be it. Huh, interesting. Okay, so that was a nothing burger.
These halls will be great once more.
You explained that you routed through many corners of Smeldurge, but found nothing of promise. Perhaps it would be wise for everyone to return to Durin's threshold. No, I cannot believe it. I've treasured that map all my life. I cannot accept that it would lead me here only to find this hole empty. Well, if you want to do that, you do you. I head back now. I hope you find what you're looking for. All right. The heck was that?
Balin came, but we have heard no word from him.
That fool. Just because he treasured a map for a lifetime does not mean that the map was ever going to be accurate. Chevalderge is likely as dry as a bone now. I hope he returns soon to take some rest.
It is said that Durin's bane dwells here, though we have not seen it.
Alas, a spider, and nothing more. That is dire news. I have never even heard of a great spider that can glow translucent. I hope we do not discover any more of those. Well, at least you have cleared the Chamber of Evil. I will look on the bright side. Perhaps we can begin to restore it now. Yeah, none of these are going to be good, comparatively. What is this? Dwarf Apprentice's offerings? Yeah, I think we'll do that instead. Alright. Nope. 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 Well, this... Yeah, it's interesting. But I think I'll do that, and then I will sell it. Alright, now we need to head down to the next encampment. And I am starting to get pretty tired here. We've been streaming for about 2 hours now. I think after we get this next mission, call it. The reason I'm going to call it is because I did stream earlier today for 5 hours as well. So that'll be a total of about 7 hours of streaming today, which is quite a lot for not a full-time streamer. Even though I'm technically streaming every single day, just in the evenings.
So I am gonna call it after this next quest is bestowed. And then I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. And what the? I just went. Oh no. What did I do? Why did I leave the path? Is this the right way? Yeah, I think this is the right way. I need to come up here. It's interesting how. Hello, Legos, Yeffin. Welcome to the stream, first of all. Second of all, what should you do if you're a new player? So, that depends on a few things. So, first of all, how familiar are you with, like MMOs in general, would you say? Okay, you haven't played any. Okay, and have you already downloaded LOTRO? Have you got it on, or have you opened it up, or anything like that?
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Hail, traveler. Behold, Labadum. Lamabdum. Beautiful, is it not? If you have time, we would use your assistance, for we are very curious about what lies near here. Ah, cool. That is actually pretty cool. Okay, so you're going to play this with 7 other people as a school project. Okay, cool. So in that case, then, since we are going to stop here for today, let's head out to the character creation screen so I can show you what you could do. So, first things first, since there's 7 of you and you're going to be streaming, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So there's 7 of you, so you'll be able to do fellowship content together. So what I would recommend doing is basically based off of how you guys want to do this, right? So there's 1, 2, oh, I shouldn't click on them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. World River Hobbit wouldn't be part of it. And I'm assuming you guys are all going to do this as a free to play, right? You're not going to be purchasing like VIP or anything. Am I correct in assuming that? Okay. So then you won't have these races. So you won't have River Hobbit and you won't have River Hobbit and you won't have Bjorning. Well, no micro. When you say no micro, do you mean like no microtransactions either? The reason I asked for clarification is because when you're playing the game, even with free to play, you will be earning LOTRO points that you will be able to spend in the game. Just so you're aware. Every time you complete a deed, every time you complete certain quests, you will get LOTRO points. They will be little bit here and there, but if you're playing a lot, you will get a lot of the in-game currency. Okay? So it's usually 5 to 10, sometimes 20 for like book completion, the epic book quest completion. So that being said, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races available to you at the start of the game. So you'll have man, high elf, dwarf, hobbit, and elf. Those would be the 5 races, and then you can select male or female. And each of these races will have certain characteristics or stats that they have advantages on and disadvantages on. So for man, for example, you get 5 fate, and you lose 1 will, and you get plus 5% to incoming healing, and you also get 1 might. And since there's 7 of you, unfortunately, 1 of you won't be able to join like the fellowship all the time. Yeah, so that's where I was going to go next, is these classes. So if you're doing free to play, you won't have Bjorning, you won't have Brawler, you won't have Mariner,
And I think you'll have Runekeeper. Yeah, I think you'll have Runekeeper. So you can choose between Burglar, Captain, Champion, Guardian, Hunter, Loremaster, Minstrel, Runekeeper, or Warden. Warden and Guardian would be the tank classes. Guardian being like tank as a whole. So it's like a defensive role. So you're going to be standing in front of everything, as you can see, and just fighting it. Wardens are a slightly different type of tank in the sense that they can deal a lot of damage as well. So they're like they're kind of like a multifaceted and solo class too. So like you can solo a lot of the content as a warden. But Guardians and Wardens, I would say, are probably these are the two tank classes. Then you've got Lore Master, which is your CC or crowd control class, or even damage class. And these would be your two healers. So Minstrel and Runekeeper. These are the big healers right here. Minstrel is generally speaking a healing class, but it can do a lot of damage as well. And then Runekeeper, same thing. Generally healing, but it can do a lot of damage as well. Then you got Lore Master, like I said. This is your crowd control class slash damage over time and things like that. And like they use a lot of pets. So a lot of their skills are related to their pets and so on. Then you've got Hunter. This is your DPS ranged class. So you would be shooting things from far away. Champion is your close range DPS class. And Captain's kind of like a utility class. So they like give you buffs and they give you support so they can buff up your fellowship. They can give you morale boosts. They can also revive. So let's say you were in a fellowship and one of you got downed. Let's say your tank got downed. Your captain could revive your tank. And that way you can continue the fight, kind of. So it's usually a pretty good idea to have at least one captain. Oh shoot, I think... please don't tell me that... Okay, I hope most of that you heard. Because I just noticed that it went on ad. Did you hear most of that? Or do I need to go over it again? Apologies. Twitch tends to do ad breaks. Okay, cool. So you did hear it all. Okay, so captains let you revive. So they're kind of like a utility class. So you probably do want to have at least one captain in your fellowship. Since there's 7 of you, I would advise one of you to run captain. Okay, cool. And then there's Burglar. So this is kind of like another class that's a CC slash damage dealing class. Burglars are pretty good in the sense that, especially in a fellowship setting, because they can do things, they can cause these things called fellowship maneuvers. And depending on what your fellowship needs, and they can select certain roles. So let me see if I can show you. Because I do have a hobbit that's a burglar. I haven't played it in a long time, but basically let me just see if I can show you quickly. Come on. So some of the skills for burglars are or actually let's take a look at the trait tree. So every class will have these things called trait trees, and they usually will be broken up into 3. Well, all of them are broken up into 3. So the blue line, this is a gambling burglar, so they rely on the roll of dice to inflict damage and influence outcomes. And the quiet knife, the red line is usually like your full-on damage. So this is like, okay, sounds good. But yeah, so there you have kind of an overview, but just keep in mind you will need to run like each of you should be picking one of these classes. Yeah, no worries. Have a good one and good luck with your project. Keep me posted on it, actually. I would be very excited to know how it goes. All right, so with that, I'm going to call it a night as well. Thank you everyone for dropping by. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your day, depending on where you are in the world. And I will see you all tomorrow with day 65 of 365. Have a good one. And I know I usually wave my hunter, but today, since we're on Surdo, bye-bye.